My name's John Jorgensen. I've been an officer here in Roseville for 20 years now, and I've been fortunate enough to be in the K-9 unit for a little more than 12 years. It's my partner Tom Gray, his partner Yager. Our third partner Brooke Jennings and her dog Seeger couldn't be here tonight. Seeger's 7 years old. He's a German Shepherd dog, just like Yager is here. Seeger, who's not here, he's from Slovakia, just like my dog. My dog's a Belgian Malinois German Shepherd dog mix, and he's from Slovakia as well. Yager here is from the Czech Republic. And Yager is 6, Tommy? I'm sorry, 5. My dog Otis, who will be out in a little bit, is 5, and Seeger is 7. So Roseville Police Department's had a K-9 unit since the early 70s. And through that time, we've grown from 1 dog to 3 dogs. And the dogs supplement us through doing our patrol work. They're cross-trained in patrol work and then narcotics detection. So there's some bomb dogs out there in the state, but all of our dogs are cross-trained for patrol and narcotics, not for the bomb site. If we need a bomb dog, we just call a neighboring agency. They come in and help us out. So the dogs are able to help us find lost people, people that run away from the police, discarded evidence, and they protect us and our partners. They help us search buildings and do all kinds of wonderful things for us that make our job a little bit easier. Dogs are all very friendly, very social, and what we're going to show you out here today is that the dogs do this for fun. Yeah, Tom's going to run his dog through a little bit of the agility work here. He's going to jump over some hurdles and then what we call the broad jump. Like most of you know, all dogs love treats and they love getting their bellies rubbed and stuff like that. Our dogs are no different. They just want to make us happy. They want to work. I always say they're the best employees for the police department because they want to come to work every day. They'd rather not sit on the couch like some of us sometimes. So a lot of what we ask these dogs to do is very physical, and that's one of the reasons we use the German Shepherd dogs and the Belgian Malinois, is they're very strong, very agile dogs. They acclimate very well to both the heat and the cold, which we need here in Minnesota. And as you can see, Yager's just looking for a reward. Looks like I jumped all 4 of those hurdles, Dad. This might look very simple now, but believe it or not, it takes a lot of work. And these dogs are very curious, so they're going to be looking at the crowd, but like I said, they're very friendly. They want to be they want to be social, they want to be pack animals. So again, as we keep doing the stuff through the night, you'll see that even though the dogs are capable of using their teeth to do police work, more than 95% of their work is done with their nose. And that's a big misconception with canine work. So they're very social, very strict criteria has to be met for them to apprehend someone.
Every time he walks out into the garage, dog's standing, waiting for him. There you go. Makes it look easy, but like he said, it's not easy. Training these dogs to do something that looks so simple. They want to run into it, and they want to run around it, and we all go falling. I tell you, I've had many days where I'm falling all over the place on the field. This is the broad jump, obviously, he told you that before. But he looks like he just walks over it and doesn't touch it. Alright, that was walking control. Now he's at distance control, and he's going to come back to him again. You can see how he looks up to him, because he wants his reward, he wants to please Officer Jorgensen, make sure he's doing everything right. There's not many dogs that will do that and come to a perfect heel and sit and wait and want that. That's all he wants, is that reward right there. Look how fast he is. It's incredible. I don't know why anybody runs from police canines. But they do. And
oftentimes our partners or neighboring agencies will call us out and ask us to sniff a vehicle or a hotel room or something like that. So Officer Gray and Yager are going to show you how he search the outside of a vehicle.
They're doing the mess around. They're doing the mess around. Everybody doing the mess around. When I say stop, don't just overpay. When I say go, just shake your leg and do the mess around. I declare, do the mess around. Yeah, do the mess around. Everybody's doing the mess around. Now let me have it now,
A perfect sit by Yager. So Yager sitting down right there is the indication of the officer that he found the odor of a narcotic there. So there's some narcotics hidden on the front bumper there. And you can see how Yager went around, and you see where Officer Gray pointed. Yager's nose went right to where he was pointing. It takes a long time and a lot of training to get to that point, but the dog's watching the handler for direction. He's controlling him with the leash and telling him exactly what he wants him to do. And like everything we do, there's always a reward at the end. So you can see Yager's got his tug toy here, super happy. And that's how we reinforce that behavior that we want out of the dogs. Narcotic school is about 6 weeks long, 5 to 6 weeks long initially. Dogs are trained on about 6 or 7 different odors. And we have to do ongoing training and trialing every year to certify the dogs. Next thing I'm going to do with Otis is some bite work where I'll actually be putting on the protective sleeve and Otis will be biting that sleeve. And this is to demonstrate to you guys again that even though all dogs are capable of aggression, it's very controlled and this is a game to them. I'm Otis's handler and you'll see that it's just going to be a little back and forth game.
Alright, so normally we have a decoy that's not the handler so that the dog doesn't confuse, but these dogs are so experienced that we can do this. I can get my dog out, he'll bite me, and then still lick me 2 minutes later. Normally, we have a decoy that is familiar with taking apprehension, and because we don't want accidents. See how good he is with the sleeve coming up to him? Very obedient. That's part of obedience. Discipline, making sure he knows that he can only get it when John tells him to. So there you go, look at that bite. Boy, you imagine that's your real arm? I wouldn't be swinging him around like that, I'll tell you that. That's impressive when he comes off and just lays down like that. I mean, that's just with one command. That's their fun, their reward, and they're coming off. It's like trying to take your ball from your dog at home when he wants it. It's almost impossible without a fight. There you go, see? He just lays there until he tells him to take it, and then he takes it. And this is just minor stuff. We do so much more in depth, but we're showing you here just the basis of what we do. And how we get to this point is hours and hours and hours of painful training.
Hey buddy, you need to get off the field. We're doing something. Is that Jason guy with the warrant? Hey, seriously, get off the field. We're doing something. Hey, you in the sunglasses. That's it. He's got a robbery warrant. Stop running. We're going to send the dog. Stop running. You're not fast enough. Definitely not fast enough. Take your time getting out there, Tom. Yager had to run that far. So that bad guy is actually a good friend of ours. He likes trying to get bit every year. So like I was saying, there has to be very strict criteria to be met before we can send the dog to go apprehend someone. And there's his reward. He gets to take the whole jacket and arm home. 70-pound dog dragging a 40-pound jacket. Look at his tail wagging. So that's what we talk about. This is just a game to these folks, to the dogs. And Yager could come right back out here and Jason could pet him. It's not truly aggression that these dogs are showing here. It's very controlled. Nice job, Yager. How about a nice big round of applause? I told Jason I'd give him $50 if he could get to the fence. Didn't want him to have it. Why do the dogs have to be trained so well? Well, we're responsible for those dogs. So Tom and I and Brooke, we're the ones that have to train with them. They're the department's dogs, but they work with only us. And there's a lot of liability in the world today, so it's important to have a very good foundation of obedience in these dogs. And they have to certify every year. We train weekly, we train nightly most of the time, and we have to certify all the time. So in order to make sure we get them to do what we want them to do, we train a lot, and that's why they have to be so well trained. Great question. Go ahead.
Protect them in the heat.
Excellent question. So how do we protect them in the heat? And this is good for everyone to know because all dogs are in danger. It doesn't matter if they're long-haired or short-haired. So it's good to keep your dog in a cool environment. You definitely need to keep them watered up, so they always should have water around them. If you find your, great point. If you find your dog in distress, you want to slowly cool them off. You don't want to subject them to like ice-cold water. And you want to cool their groin area first. Everybody's seen a dog's tongue get super, super big and hang down low when it's super hot out? That's a dog's way of cooling themselves off. The wind moving across their tongue swells up, and the air moving across their tongue helps to cool them down. In our vehicles, we have excellent equipment here in Roseville. We have called a hot dog system or a hot and pop system. So we have a sensor in our car with a couple thermometer points that will tell us the temperature of our car. So we'll get alerted if the car starts overheating. Sometimes air conditioning can fail and the heat will start blowing, which could obviously be very, very dangerous. So it's important to keep your dog cool. Very good question. Who teaches us to train them? So both Tom and I, with our last dogs, went through St. Paul Police Department. Officer Jennings went through St. Paul Police Department last time through. Way back when our unit was new, we went through Minneapolis PD, and we've moved around a little bit, but we've been with St. Paul PD for quite a while. The basic dog handler school is 3 months, just over 3 months. And the joke is that the first week's for the dog and the rest of it's for us. Haven't done it twice, I believe that. How much bite pressure do they have? I have no idea, I don't want to find out. But I've been, in doing all this training that we've done, you know, you're going to have training accidents, so we've both been bit by dogs accidentally. We don't own the dogs or the property of the police department, but we take care of them. So Otis comes home with me every night, stays with me and my family, and Tom's dog does the same.
Yeah.
That's part of the big bond in the relationship.
It's like family. It's like a family.
Family, correct. Go ahead. So the training, again, the original part's like 3 months, then another 6 weeks, like a month and a half for narcotics, but we train all the time, and then every summer we have to do a big certification. So we just did a certification with 94 police dogs. And how long do you have to be a police officer before you can try out for the canine unit? That varies from department to department. At Roseville PD, you have to be an officer for a minimum of 3 years, and then you're allowed to test. I'd say generally, Tom, usually about 5 years to 6 years on the street. The department wants you to be pretty decent at the normal job before you get a dog. So it's a lot of training. A lot of the folks that are interested in being canine handlers will help us train.